Hey Mary, what's up? Honestly, not great. Oh, what's going on? My son Pedro hasn't talked to me since yesterday. I told him I am not putting up with any more tantrums. Oof, that's rough. What happened? We were at the mall. We walked around for a while. He played with some other kids. Everything was fine. But late in the afternoon, he totally flipped. I know exactly what you mean. We've been there. Did he throw himself on the floor? Yep, pretty much. He wanted the biggest ice cream they had. I told him that much sugar isn't good for him. And he just started crying and screaming. People were staring at me like I was supposed to treat him like an adult. And I felt embarrassed and angry at the same time. I completely forgot everything I learned about staying calm and handling the situation. And the people around us really didn't help. Don't beat yourself up. Next time you handle it better. You and Pedro just need to retrain your brains so you're working together as a team. You messed up. Tantrums just go on autopilot. If you notice afterward, didn't handle it, you'll handle it better. The point is, made me think about I'm not putting up with. He totally flipped, threw himself on the floor. Yep, pretty much. Don't beat yourself up. Triggers us. Our brain switches from grown-up kids, step away or step in. You messed up. You messed up in the interview, but you can fix it next time by preparing more. You totally flipped. When your boss changed the deadline, you totally flipped and started shouting at everyone in the room. He threw himself on the floor. When his mom said not to more candy, he threw himself on the floor and started kicking and screaming in the supermarket. Tantrum. My little cousin had a tantrum at the mall because she didn't get the toy she wanted. That triggered you. When your friend joked about your weight, that really triggered you because you're already insecure about it. Your brain switches from calm to flight mode. When you hear someone yelling your name, your brain switches from calm to flight mode, and you felt your heart racing. You just go on autopilot. When you argue with your sister, you just go on autopilot and say the same angry things every time. We're grown-up kids. When we get jealous over small things, we're grown-up kids acting like we're still in the middle school. I didn't handle it well. When the customer complained, I didn't handle it well and I sounded really rude on the phone. I'll handle it better next time. I cried in the meeting today, but I'll handle it better next time. Now that I know what to expect. If you notice afterward that you hurt someone's feelings, you can still apologize and make it better. The point is you're learning from your mistakes, and that's more important than being perfect. You're not putting up with that. If your friend keeps canceling plans last minute, you're not putting up with that anymore and you start saying no. It made me think about watching that documentary, made me think about how much plastic I use every day. Don't beat yourself up. You failed the test, but don't beat yourself up. You did your best and you can study differently next time. Yep, pretty much. So you just worked, went home, and watched Netflix? Yesterday at work, I totally messed up in a meeting with my boss. She asked me a simple question about a report and I froze. It triggers us when we feel judged in front of other people, and that's exactly what happened to me. In that moment, my brain switches from calm and logical to pure survival. I stopped thinking and I just went on autopilot. I heard my voice getting louder and started making excuses instead of just saying, yeah, I messed up. My boss stayed calm, but my coworker rolled his eyes, and that just made it worse. Later, when I got home, my little nephew was having one of his classic tantrums. He wanted candy before dinner, and when my sister said no, he totally flipped. He started to throw himself on the floor, screaming and kicking like the world was ending. I looked at him and thought, whoa, we really are just grown up kids sometimes. Watching him made me think about what I need in the meeting. My boss didn't yell at me, but I still didn't handle it well at all. I could see that. The point is not to be perfect, but to learn how to stay calm when we feel attacked. If you notice afterward that you lost control, that's actually a chance to grow. I told myself, next time you handle it better. For real, I decided there are some things I'm not pulling up with from myself anymore. Like getting defensive instead of listening. My friend asked me, so you just freak out in front of your boss? And I said, yep, pretty much. She laughed and told me, don't beat yourself up. You're learning. Just do it differently next time. Now I know that when something or someone triggers us, we have a choice. We can act like my nephew on the floor, or we can pause, breathe, and either step away or step in. Step away to calm down, or step in to take responsibility and speak with respect. Most of us live in reaction mode, not response mode. Something triggers us and we forget everything we learned. How to breathe, pause, or think clearly. It's not that we're weak, it's just that our brain switches from the thinking part to survival mode. It's like our whole body jumps into a fire and suddenly it feels like me against all of you. We stop listening, we stop trying to make peace, and we just want to defend our side. This starts in childhood when parents don't really know how to handle tantrums. But it keeps going in adulthood. At work, with our boss, with coworkers, we turn into grown-up kids throwing words around instead of regulating our emotions. We do need emotional regulation, but nobody really teaches us how to do it. We say, next time I'll do better. But if we don't actually learn how to handle those moments, we just keep repeating the same patterns. And when we see someone else losing control, most of the time we judge them instead of helping. If you not going to offer real support, at least don't add more chaos. Don't laugh, don't just stand there watching like it's a show. Either a step away or a step in and help. We all share the same emotional space and we all have work to do if we really want to change how we react. I hope you enjoyed the dialogue with the invented situation. I also hope you can use the vocabulary in context along with the example dialogue that expresses it. I share my conclusion on the topic and I look forward to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.